For this week's collection of ideas, I did a speech, a short story, a poem, news stories, and my novel. And for the speech, I did intellectual curiosity, which is part of the four-way response. And what I did was kind of look at the speech from the author's point of view, and asked questions about why the author did this and why the author did that, but I also answered them so I would get a better understanding of why that happened, because at first I wouldn't understand it, and then I would kind of go back and look back through the speech and see if I could kind of pick out why this was like that. And for the short story, I analyzed and connected the theme. And at first I was going to do did list, but it kind of didn't make sense with the short story that I chose. And I love the short story. I thought this is my favorite part of the collection of ideas, because when I analyzed and found the theme, I found the theme in a completely different way than any of the other themes, or a completely different way than any of the other things that I did for this plan. And it was a different way to look at my theme, and so it really worked well when I analyzed it, because I could connect that with my actual theme, but in a totally different way. And for the poem, I did Rhetoric of Poetry. And what they are, basically, I think they're about 4 questions. And it just asks you, it's kind of pertaining to your poem and how the author, it works in there, the audience and the speaker, and just what you get from that. And the questions were really good towards this poem, because I could look back as the author and how the author's culture maybe put them or triggered them to do that. And so I thought those were really beneficial, because it helped me look at the poem in a different way, in a deeper aspect. And for the news story, I did the AP Lit triangle, which would pertains medium, tone, purpose, audience, and speaker. And with that, I used those different things to go in my news story and try and find those. And it's kind of similar to ethos and pathos. I guess you could look at that, the ethics, and you could look at why the author did this, why the author did that, the author's background as well. And the tone, I think, was the most important thing, and I think that's what I learned a lot from the Lit triangle. And for the novel, I did a dialectal journal, and I thought that was really useful, because I haven't done that since AP Lang, and so it was something new to go back and kind of look at how I did that in AP Lang, and it worked with my novel really well, because I'm just starting off in it, and so I could find why the author's doing that, what I didn't understand about it. And I think the main thing this week is I kind of looked back and found what I didn't understand, or questioned the author and kind of tried to figure that out. And so I thought this week was 100% effective. I think that all of my sources are going to be used in my research paper and worked very well.